Your parrot is sitting on your shoulder right now, gently nibbling your ear, making that soft little clicking sound. And you think you know what's happening. You think you own a clever bird that copies words. You have no idea, because what is actually going on inside that small green head is far stranger, far more emotional, and far more calculating than almost any owner realizes. Your parrot is not a pet that mimics you. Your parrot is a creature that has quietly formed opinions about you, made decisions about you, and, I need you to sit down for this one, has very possibly decided to marry you. Welcome back. Subscribe before you go anywhere, because everything you are about to hear is happening in your living room, and once you know it, you will never look at that bird the same way again. Today, we are going inside your parrot's mind, what it really thinks you are, what it remembers, what it's plotting, and, at the very end, the one fact about your parrot that genuinely stops people cold. Stay until number 7. It's the part nobody tells you before they hand you a bird. Let's start with the big one. Number 1. Your parrot does not think you are its owner. It thinks you are its husband. I am not being cute. In the wild, most parrots are monogamous. They pick one partner, and they bond to that partner for life. And a hand-raised pet parrot, with no other birds around, does the only thing its instincts know how to do. It picks a mate. And that mate is a human, usually one specific human, probably you. So how do you know if your parrot has, in its own mind, married you? Watch what it does with its food. If your parrot bobs its head, brings up a little food, and tries to feed it to you, congratulations. And also, I'm sorry. Because in parrot language, regurgitating your dinner into someone's mouth is the single most romantic thing you can do. It is courtship. When a bonded parrot does that to you, it is not being gross. It is proposing. It's saying, in the only way it has, we should start a family. And this is also why your sweet little bird suddenly turns into a feathered green demon the moment your actual partner sits next to you on the couch. That's not random aggression. That's jealousy. You are its mate, and someone else is in its territory, and it would like them to leave. Your parrot is not misbehaving. Your parrot is defending its marriage. Number 2. When it screams the second you leave the room, it thinks you have died. Every parrot owner knows the sound. You get up to go to the kitchen, and the instant you're out of sight, the bird lets out a shriek that could strip paint. Most people think the parrot is being needy or spoiled or dramatic. It's none of those. It's a contact call. In the wild, a flock stays in constant vocal contact. When two bonded birds can't see each other, they call back and forth. A little, "I'm here, where are you?" to keep the flock together. It's a survival system. A parrot alone and silent is a parrot that has lost its flock, and a parrot that has lost its flock is about to become an owl's dinner. So when you walk out of the room, your parrot's ancient brain does not think he's gone to make a sandwich. It thinks the flock has vanished, and it screams the contact call over and over, waiting for you to call back and prove you're still alive. To your parrot, every single time you go to the bathroom, there is a small but real chance that you have just been eaten by a hawk. And the only thing that fixes it is hearing your voice call back. That's the whole reason a lot of parrots scream. They're not spoiled, they're terrified, they just lost you. Number 3, it remembers faces, and it holds grudges for years. Parrots can recognize individual people, and they do not forget. Studies of parrot cognition have shown they can remember specific people, places, and events for years, in some cases, for decades. And crucially, they remember how you made them feel, the kind vet who gave them a treat, filed away, the stranger who grabbed at them too fast, or the relative who teased them, or the person who once had to towel them for a nail trim, also filed away, permanently. There are countless stories of parrots that took one look at a specific visitor years later and immediately started screaming abuse at them, because that is the person who wronged them in 2019, and your parrot has not let it go, and your parrot never will. So yes, your bird has a list. There's a good list and there is a bad list, and everyone you know is on one of them, and you, for now, are on the good list. For now. Number 4, it knows what kind of day you had before you've said a word. Parrots are, emotionally, roughly on the level of a human toddler. They experience joy, fear, jealousy, affection, and stress, and they are astonishingly sensitive to those same emotions in you. Your parrot reads your body language and the tone of your voice constantly, because in a flock, the mood of your partner is life or death information. Which means your parrot very often knows you've had a bad day before you've even taken your coat off. It hears it in your footsteps. It sees it in how you're holding your shoulders. And a well-bonded parrot will often respond to it, going quiet when you're upset, getting wound up when you're stressed, pressing in close when you're sad. It is not imagining your emotions. It is monitoring them, the way it would monitor a mate, because to your parrot, your feelings are its business. Number 5, when it talks, some of it is real. Now, let's be honest and careful here, because this is where the myths live. Most of what a pet parrot says is mimicry, clever, context-linked mimicry, but not a language the way we mean it. Your bird saying hello when the phone rings is not holding a conversation, but the ceiling is astonishing. And to understand it, you have to meet Alex. Alex was an African gray parrot, and for 30 years, he worked with a scientist named Irene Pepperberg. And Alex did things that were not supposed to be possible for a bird. He learned over 100 words. He could identify colors and shapes and materials. He could look at a tray of objects and tell you how many there were. And one day, entirely on his own, without ever being taught it, he used the word none to describe an absence of quantity, meaning Alex, a parrot, had independently grasped a rough concept of zero, something human children don't manage until they're 3 or 4. He once looked in a mirror and asked what color he was, the first known time an animal has ever asked an existential question about itself. And the last thing Alex ever said to Pepperberg, the night before he was found dead in his cage, was the thing he said to her every single evening when she left the lab. He said, "You be good, I love you, see you tomorrow." Your parrot on your shoulder is the same kind of mind. Most of them never get the training Alex got. But that potential, that is what's sitting there, saying hello at the phone. Number 6, it is as smart as a small child. And it will absolutely lie to you. Parrots have brains, relative to their body size, comparable to great apes. They solve puzzles, they use tools, they plan. And with that intelligence comes something owners love to deny. Parrots are manipulative little con artists, and they will deceive you to get what they want. A parrot will learn exactly which sound makes you come running and use it when it's bored, not in danger. It will figure out that being sweet to one person and awful to another gets it more attention, more treats, more territory, and it will play the whole household off against each other like a tiny feathered politician. It learns the exact noise that gets it out of the cage. It learns which cute trick earns a snack, and it will run that trick like a slot machine. You think you're training your parrot. There is a very real chance your parrot is training you and has been for years and is doing a better job of it. Number 7, it is not decoration, and this is where it gets serious. Everything we've just talked about, the bonding, the flock instinct, the intelligence, adds up to one thing. A parrot is a profoundly social animal that needs constant interaction, or it falls apart. A parrot left alone, understimulated, with no flock and nothing to do, does not just get sad. It starts to self-destruct. It will pull out its own feathers, one by one, until its chest is bare. It will scream for hours. It can spiral into genuine depression. Feather plucking in parrots is one of the most common and heartbreaking behaviors in captivity, and it is very often a cry from a brilliant, bored, lonely mind that has nobody to talk to. That bird on your shoulder is not asking to be looked at. It is asking to be included. There's a difference, and your parrot feels it every single day. Which brings us, finally, to the thing nobody warns you about. Your parrot may outlive you. An Amazon parrot, cared for properly, commonly lives 50, 60, 70 years. Some pass 80. That bird nibbling your ear could still be alive and sharp and grieving long after you are gone. This is such a real problem that owners of large parrots are advised to name a caregiver for the bird in their will and to set aside part of their estate for its care. People write their parrots into their inheritance because the bird is going to need someone after them. And here is the part that stays with you. When a parrot loses the person it bonded to, its mate, in its mind, it grieves, really grieves. It goes quiet. It stops eating. It calls and calls, the contact call, for the flock member that is never going to call back. And sometimes it plucks itself bare with the stress of it. There are parrots in rescues right now that are still mourning an owner who died years ago. So look down at that ridiculous green bird on your shoulder. It didn't choose to copy your words. It chose you. It thinks you're its partner. It knows your moods. It remembers everyone who was ever unkind to it. It might be smarter than you'd ever admit, and it may love you in its strange, fierce, feathered way for the rest of a life that could last longer than yours. You didn't get a pet that talks. You got someone who is going to remember you for 50 years. If your parrot does even one of these things, tell me in the comments, especially the food thing. I need to know how many of you are secretly married to a bird. Subscribe, because there is so much more going on in that little head than anyone ever tells you. And I'll see you in the next one.